Hey everyone, Andang here for some more LOTRO. Yes, it is once again that time to be questing through the Lord of the Rings online, and we are here in King Thranduil's halls once again. I seriously thought we would never, ever be coming back here, but for some reason they thought it was a good idea to bring us back here once again. So here we are with King Thranduil. I still can't believe that one moment where you talk to the king in that one quest, and it's one of the best jokes ever. I don't even remember the details. I'm totally ruining the retelling of this, but watch the early part of the series because there was a hilarious thing where you get like his thoughts on something, and it's pretty cool. Because you were supposed to talk to a certain number of elves, and you could pick like who you wanted to talk to, and of course I chose Thranduil, and it was pretty funny. Anyway, let's real quick thank our most recent subscriber here. Kapanton, thank you so much for the sub. Probably butchered your name, but thank you so much. Really do appreciate it 5 hours ago. And also a big thanks to Haramia and Michael for supporting the channel through Patreon and through Super Chat. Really do appreciate it. So, okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Thranduil here. What is this, Andang? You offer the small pouch to King Thranduil. He opens the pouch to examine its contents, and his face betrays some small measure of amusement. Do you know what King Thorn bade you deliver to me? It is a pouch of gold coins, and this trifling gift tells me more than hours of words between us might. He wishes to demonstrate that the greed that seized the last of his name need no longer be feared. I had no quarrel with King Dain before his death, but I appreciate such a gesture from the new king under the mountain. Now then, I do not believe that is the only reason you traveled all the way to my halls. You inform King Thranduil that he is right, and that Karazgar has returned to Eren for an unknown purpose. It seems Karazgar's charge eludes him still. If what he seeks lies within my realm, then we must seize this chance to ensnare him. The scouts of Felagolf stand ready, and I would have you direct them. See that they scout the lands around Leglond, Tholkat, Tham Aldir, Torek Emil, and the eastern reaches of Eren. I would also ask that one search the ruins of Karastilion, but they are to speak to none but me of what they find. When you have sent them off, return to me. And he's got all the repeatable quests as well. Quests that we've already done and don't need to do again. Alright, so I guess we're going to be taking over the scouts here. I think it does make sense in this case that we're put in this position, mostly because we are kind of the Karazgar expert here in Middle-earth. He is our enemy, and so it makes sense that he would then task us to be over them. So I'll give you that one. Good job there. Collecting taxes for the Master of Lake Town ever didn't make any sense at all, just because of muddy boots that we cleaned up. But anyway, we probably took a wrong turn somewhere. Nope, we're doing good. We're doing good. Oh, I guess the scouts are inside here. Wow, we passed two of them. Glad we're paying attention. My goodness. All right, well, sure. Beckoning. Yes, beckon. King Thranduil wishes for me to search the lands around Tham Aldir. I shall see it done. Alright, so that makes this quest much easier, now that we know that we're just going inside the halls here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 6th one we just did. And we're stuck. There we go. Gonna make our way around here. But they did such a good job with this place. I wish we'd have to come here as much as we do, as you guys already know, because I told you. But it's a cool area nonetheless. King Thranduil would not ask any among us to return to Carastilion without cause. I shall do as he commands, even though I have no idea he commanded it, and just assume that you are telling the truth. I will scout the lands around Legoland and see if Karazgar has passed through them. Alright. Such a beautiful place here. Got the waterfall probably overpowering my voice, but I think I got a good audio balance, so we should be fine. It's definitely much more peaceful away from the water. If that is what the King Thranduil wishes, I shall travel to the forest's edge at once. How do we get over there? I think we have to go all the way around through his garden. There are birds inside here. Is it an open roof? Yeah, I forgot it is. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Open for free. That's the pile of the copper gold scraps, always good. And a welcome to all the people in the chat here. Haramia, Char, and Mateo. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have all you here. Also, I saw Captain Snake Eye earlier. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have all of you here. And if we don't finish the story tonight, we'll be streaming again tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. The only caveat being that if we're really close to the end, then I'd probably just release a single video. But I try not to go longer than 3 hours unless we have to wait for the sun to set like we did last stream. But that's kind of my goal. Because it seems like once it gets longer than 3 hours, people won't watch it after the fact. And that kind of defeats the point of, you know, making a video on YouTube. You usually want people to watch it after you post it. I shall search Tholcat for signs of the Weeping Warrior. Even he would be wise to avoid the Thorgrim. I promise I can talk, and I know Elvish. The common tongue is much harder for me. Alright. Yvonne, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Working on music for this week's concert in-game? That is awesome. That is really cool. And Yvonne, feel free to promote your concert in-game. Let us know, you know, who's performing, when and where. All stuff that we want to know. Okay. Wood elf and wood elf. And another wood elf. See, in LOTRO, I feel like if you're a red shirt, you're almost safer. If you're just a wood elf, you're much less likely to die than if you're anyone else. Okay, so we gotta go all the way over here. Such a long ways, I know. Nearly there, nearly there. And I'm hoping to release some news videos about a fan-made project that's Lord of the Rings themed that I think a lot of people that follow this channel would be interested in. So be on the lookout for that. It's not really news. It's been publicly available for a while, but I feel like a lot of people on my channel don't know about it. because you've talked about the thing that it might be related to, but you haven't talked about this project, so I'm guessing a lot of you don't know it exists. So I'll make a video about that. Let's talk, buddy. By that I mean I'm beckoning you. Many of the great spires once dwelled in Torek Emil. Perhaps Karazgar now seeks refuge there. Perhaps. But the world may never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tortsiwa. Alright. Not sponsored. Time to talk to the king. The Elven King. The king under the forest. Alright, Yvonne says, the regular Erebor Music Society concert held just east of the Founders Statue Park in Michael Delving, Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. server time. Very cool, very cool. I'm amazed that I was navigating through the corner of my eye, and I'm amazed that I didn't fall off while I was doing that. I cannot tell what my scouts will find, Andang, for I cannot see the future like Galadriel. But I will make certain that you and King Thorin know of it. When you come to Felagolf next, speak to me and I shall tell you what I have learned. This one? I think this is the one. It has been mere days, Andang, but I have learned much of the things that were beyond our sight. My scouts have traveled much of Eren Laskalin, and they have discovered far more than we sought. It seems the old mother, Ifantamel, has become trapped in Torek Emil by the excess of her own appetite. It was she that bound Karastilion and blighted Mirkwood before Sauron hid within Dol Guldur. It was she who wounded me in that failed battle of old. Do not think I have forgotten your purpose in coming here. I have great reason to suspect that the Weeping Warrior remains in my realm, but that matter must be set aside for the moment. If I have guessed Karazgar's true purpose in returning to Eren Laskalin, he will not find what he seeks. Indeed, there shall be time enough to find him when the task is done. Ifantamel must be brought low, and her blight forever banished from Eren Laskalin. Alright, I am excited about this. They'd been building up to her for this whole time, and we're finally going to face Ifantamel, so that'll be cool. And also, Bellon, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Yes, sup, Andang head. Okay. That's great. I think that Andang head has quickly become the most used emoji. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but there we go. The time has come. We must put an end to Ifantamel once and for all, for real this time.
Ifantamel has been revealed by the receding darkness of Erin Langelan, and now the remnants of her brood grow thinner with each passing day.
He's doing a weird, head shake there. I don't know what is wrong with you, buddy, but that's weird. Whoa. That is, look at that. It's like he's in a rocking chair or something. Alright, I think we got our screenshot of the day. It is quiet here, Andang, and I take no comfort in it. Ifantamel's brood has lessened in size of late, but it is still enough to overcome the unwary. My scouts have pressed onward deeper into Torek Emil, and I warned them to tread softly in Ifantamel's lair. Let us hope they have done as I have bidden, or we may soon find ourselves outnumbered. how crazy would it be if Thranduil had pre-gone to all the scouts and was like, hey, we're searching for Iphantamel. Don't tell Andang. He's going to tell you to go search for some weeping warrior. Don't worry about that. You go find the spider that tried to kill me. Please and thank you. Let us move to join them, but remain on guard. Iphantamel's children lurk in the hiding places, and we may rouse them with careless steps. Come, Andang, follow my bow. You got it, buddy. The air of this place is fouled with Iphantamel's blight. She cannot be far. Hold. Let me see what my elf eyes see. It is safe to press on, but we must step carefully. Iphantamel is called the Old Mother in the common tongue, but she cares not for her children, many as they are. It was Iphantamel's unquenchable thirst for the sap of the greenwood the great that first drew her hither, but it did not sate her. In the mind of Iphantamel, the forest was to be hers, to feast upon, and soon she and her children came to Karastilion. My kin and I repelled the broods of Iphantamel for 5 years, but such a defense could not hold. When at last Legolas was discovered the caves that would become Felagolf, I knew the time had come. Iphantamel and her children overran the slopes beneath Karastilion, and I commanded my people to flee to our new fastness. At once Iphantamel was upon me. As the battle wore on, I was strung, but I dealt her a grievous wound before my retreat. Alas, it was not enough. Many did not live to see the splendor of Felagolf, but those that survived shall never forget the fall of Karastilion. Long has she eluded us, but Iphantamel's evil will be ended at last this day. It is not far now. Let us hasten our pace by pressing the period key that you custom mapped to allow you to go from run to walk and walk to run. We have arrived unharmed. Has Iphantamel revealed herself? King Thranduil, we have found her. Iphantamel dwells in a small cavern ahead, but she has sent none of her children against us. I do not understand it. Andang, to me. Iphantamel's brood once spread through all of Mirkwood, blighting the lands from here to the distant Scuttledales. And now, it seems they have left it in silence. What can this be? What has happened? Scuttledales. You gotta say it like that, otherwise you don't really say it. Do you feel that? They come! To arms! Oh dang. Here we go. A weaver. Goodbye. Hold fast, more will soon be upon us. Oh dang, this forest is infested. Just burn it all. You guys should have brought fire. You really should have brought... I know it's not an elven thing to burn down trees, but sometimes fire is pretty cleansing. I'm just, hey. Iphantamel must not escape us again. Bring them down. This is kind of his vice, isn't it? Like, he really shouldn't be this obsessed with getting one spider. I'm just saying. Although I do like that we're finally focusing on... It's been a long time since we focused on a real battle. What the heck is that? Between one group and another. A bubbling hiss rises through the air. At once, Phantomel's children cease their attack. What I'm trying to say is it's been a really long time since we've seen one group of Middle-earth have like their complete enemy that they just absolutely hate and go against them. And we're finally seeing this again. You know, the dwarves had it out against, you know, obviously the Balrog, and also against the orcs in Moria. But I really can't think of another group, except for maybe Dunland and the Rohirrim, that's been like that. I mean, sure, Gondor's against all of Mordor, but that's not really like a select subset group that they're really focused on. So, it's really been a long time. I mean, Gondor went against Sauron, so that's like, you know, Battle of Nations. But as far as like a small group against another small group, it's been a long time. I do not understand, Andang. Has Phantomel called off her own children? She must know her doom comes. So why does she surrender? I must see her with my own eyes. Let us press on. I do not trust this respite, Andang, but the time has come to seek Phantomel. Let us go. The rest of you elves just stay here. We will do this ourselves. Tread carefully. Phantomel's webs grow thicker. Oh, dang. We gotta get a screenshot of that. We'll get back to you in a moment, Thranduil. Jeez. We're talking to spiders? Oh, man. What has become of you, Phantomel? Why have you allowed me to come forth?
I remember you, Elven King. Come to claim your vengeance upon me at last. Take it then. My time is ended, and my children have abandoned me. Ugwantari has called us to her in the south, but I cannot make such a journey. My legs are weak beneath me, and my body is ravaged with illness. Whether it is by her own hand or not, my death comes soon. Do what you will, Elf King. It matters not.
You were once a great foe of my people, Phantomel. So consider this the only mercy I offer. Dang! He just straight murdered her. Jeez. Thranduil is so vicious. One of the coolest elves by far. My long hunt for vengeance is finally ended, but it rings hollow. Phantomel was once a great foe of my people, and it was she who first darkened the eaves of the Greenwood. Yet now, she merely awaited her death, almost welcoming it. Phantomel... Oh, I already read that paragraph. Thranduil pauses for a moment, and seems uneasy. She spoke a name I have not heard in over an age, but I sense that you knew it well. Ungwantari, the Spider Queen. In truth, Ifantamel was but one of her children. If Unguentari has summoned all the spiders of her brood back to the shallowed caverns of Efelduath, we have much still to fear. Let us go from this place, Andang. Let's see, where's Efelduath again? I thought it was in Mordor. Yeah, here we go. So that's going to be tied with the Minas Morgul expansion for sure. There's no way around that. So yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be Minas Morgul, Efelduath, and so yeah, up there. Probably include Cirith Ungol somehow. And probably maybe into Nirn? I don't know if they might save Nirn for its own expansion and instead go down here and like around this side and then have like a Nirn Lithlad expansion. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. While Unguentari still lives, Ifantamel's death shall bring me little comfort. Let us go. Dang, that was cool. That was really cool. That was worth waiting 2 hours for the sun to set. Or an hour, or however long it was. Alright, King Thranduil. Thranduil. Let us talk indeed. One short goat ride. Elves have too long to walk. It's too far to Thranduil. I bet every time the player comes back to Thranduil, he's like, whoa, you really aged since I last saw you. Like, you got 2 more gray hairs, dude. The heck? I just imagine that's how he is. You never know with Thranduil. I'm gonna pronounce his name different every time. You have done well to aid me and my kin, Andang. While a few of Ifantamel's children may linger in the forest, the last great evil of Mirkwood is no more. As for the matter of Karazgar, I believe he has returned to seek something within Karastilion. I will not send you there. Not yet, for there are more spiders to kill, and a matter of great importance to me and me alone. I shall search the ruins myself, and when I have need of you again, I will call upon you. Dang. Axel, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. They say, do you prefer a yellow or red champion build? Well, as you can tell here, I have the red build, the Berserker. And I also dip into yellow. And we've actually gotten pretty far into yellow, like we're almost to the end. If we keep getting trait points like they're handing them out, we're eventually going to be able to fill both trees, I feel like. And I'm guessing it's this one. Nope, it's Skarsgård's Gambit. It's gotta be, right? Here we go. Andang. I cannot explain what has happened. I became certain that Karazgar sought something precious within Karastilion, and so it was there I travelled with a small company of scouts and warriors. I led my kin into the heights of the old home, and I was pleased to see it free of the webs that once choked it. But we were not alone. Indeed, evil spirits lingered there, but they did not see to notice our passing. It was Karazgar and his men of Mordor that fell upon us, and I rose my blade to attack. However, as Karazgar raised his weapon against me, I felt my mind and a vision turned to darkness. It washed over me in what felt like mere moments, but when I awoke, I stood before Felaggoth, alone. I know what fate must have befallen my kin, but have the Valar themselves spared me? They would not do such a thing. They could not, and nor could she. When Carastilion fell, one of the servants of the Valar fell with it. She was known to me as Tarasani, but among my kin, she was the Green Lady. I thought her banished or gone to the uttermost west, but I cannot bear to return to that place again. I ask you to do what I cannot. Go to Carastilion and probably die, and see what became of my kin. If Karazgar remains, he must not be allowed to harm Tarasani. This is really good. This is some good quest design, people. And just interesting story. Like, I feel like this is what the story should have been throughout. It's a shame that it's left in like this bonus content. I feel like not as many people would have played through it. It is good that it flows from the existing content though. So that's good. It starts right where the content of the zone ends. But I feel like a lot of people probably missed this part of the story. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully people are, you know, getting the best part of this zone that they paid for, but I don't know. I also don't even know if you have to pay for this part of the story, now that I think about it. I'm sure you do, because it's a prerequisite that you go through this part. So yeah, you have to. Okay. Let's see. I guess the fastest way is just going to be to mount up and go there. And for some reason, we're having dropped frames. I don't know why. Hopefully that will stop. Man, major lag. Make our way on up, over and around. Through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Or in this case, the old home of the elves. But yeah, Mirkwood is so peaceful. At least along the path. Once you get off the path, it's not. But while you're on the path, it's kind of nice. Without this elven path, it'd just be a mess. What they should do is talk to Thranduil and be like, "Hey Thranduil, can you just, you know, revamp some of these roads in Mordor? Make them be elven paths, please, and thank you." That'd be great. Appreciate it. Or just set up an elven path around Minas Tirith. Problem solved. No more invasions. But no, I'm sure as Sauron grew in power, the elven path becomes less relative to importance. What is your favorite zone? See, people ask me that all the time, and my answer always changes, I feel like. Right now, I'm going to say Great River probably is my favorite. That's the place that I had fun most consistently throughout the entire zone, I think. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I feel like Great River is probably the best. I really enjoyed Fangorn Forest as well. Dunland was pretty great, but I still feel like Great River was better. Yeah, I'm going with Great River. It was pretty good. I also enjoyed the update that had Pelennor Fields with all the beacons. That was pretty cool as well. Alright. You notice a trail of scattered rust leading deeper into Karas Tilion, confirming the elf's story. The trail of rust leads deeper into Karas Tilion, as I just said. You really didn't need to right-click on that. Flakes of rust. Interesting. This dude, like, how? How do you leak that much rust? Like, what does he have to consume to have this kind of rust coming out of him? Man, we're close to getting a deed furthered. I did not think we'd be back here. Remember, this is the place that's super tough if you're not watching what they hit you with. As Thranduil feared, the battle consumed elves and men alike, but Karazgar fled deeper into Karas Tilion. Are those servants of the Eye? Jeez. Dang. Yeah, these are the guys I'm talking about. They're tough. And it's just because the bleeds they put on you. They're ridiculous. There we go. No problem at all. Let's try both of them this time. Yeah, like, see? It took a quarter of our health right there. And we're 3 levels over. And I think we've already completed more quests in the Lay of Rust and Rime than we did the entire last stream. Like, we were going super slow, mostly because we had to wait on the sun. As you step into the pool of water, a towering figure appears before you. Not helping at all with this sorcerer's spirit. Whoa. We can't even get tall enough. I'm gonna mount up so we can get a better screenshot here. Dang. She is pretty cool. Little too close. That'll work, I think. There we go. Alright. Got a screenshot. I knew it would be you. That's what they all say. That's the easiest line. That proves nothing. The Green Lady gazes at you for a long moment and studies your appearance. The Elven King once looked upon me as you do now, but in time his gaze softened. I spared him the wrath of the one you call Karazgar, but the dooms of his kin could not be prevented. Indeed, I also spared him the memory of looking upon me once more, for I know the hurts it would bring him. The one called Karazgar thought to raise his weapon against me. But he is beneath the notice of me and my lord in the uttermost west. I touched his blighted flesh to heal it, and he recoiled at once, as if in agony. He could not overcome me, and so he fled in fear. You have come sooner than I foresaw, and so now you must depart. You shall know when to return. How cool is this, guys? We're meeting Tarasani. I knew well that you would return to this place, Andang. I have watched you from afar, and I have witnessed your fate shape itself anew time and again. You desire to keep safe the peoples of Middle-earth, but many trials still await you. The Herald of Winter, the Weeping Warrior, your foes shroud themselves in false titles, but their names are not forgotten to me, or my lord in the uttermost east. West. Get those confused every now and then. Anyway, indeed, I know whom you seek, but only through my will shall such knowledge come to you, and only through my power shall such things be revealed. Sleep now, little one, and you shall learn where your fate leads you. Sleep, little one, and the truths you by the seesaw, the truths you seek shall be revealed. Oh, dang. Here we go, guys.
Past, I knew her as Tarasane, the Green Lady. But the wickedness of the Necromancer and the great spiders of Ungoliant tainted the Greenwood, and she was lost. What has become of her? Has she departed these lands evermore? Even now, I cannot say.
Do not fear, little one. You have fallen into a deep slumber, and here you dream of distant lands. Curious, of all the lands you have beheld, your mind has wandered hither. You have come to this place before, have you not? You have seen it in waking, but through my power it has been shaped anew by your thoughts and desires. Look around you, and see now these visions of what is to come. 3 visions I grant thee. Of foes, of far-off lands, of futures uncertain, of thy dreams and desires, behold! I'm beholding. Oh, okay. Guessing we need to walk off in a direction. Oh, go back. A cold drake of Eredmithrin comes. In vengeance and greed, Vaethung shall cast a shadow upon something or other, the mountain. He wields but a small measure of the might of his mother, Hirmil, but that is enough. But it is his fate that shall rule the fates of many others. That's the one from the trailer. That's next update. How crazy does that look? That's awesome. Jeez, I'm guessing we need to go south now. You beheld a vision of Earthung Wintermind, the cold drake of Erad Mithrin. Okay, whoa, ho, ho, ho. I think we need to go that way, huh? Was that there the whole time? Did I just miss it? Whoa. When he stood before me, I knew the mind of the one you call the Weeping Warrior. Far to the south, into the crumbling remains of Dol Guldur, Karazgar fled in agony. He rests among the lingering evils of the Necromancer, and there reflects upon his failure. Oh my gosh. Like, this dude has problems. He knows not his true self. His prisoner eludes him, and his strength falters. What he seeks has been denied him, and his thoughts betray a new malice. You have beheld a vision of Karazgar, the Weeping Warrior. Jeez, these are awesome. This is some cool quest design. Alright, I'm guessing the last one then is off this direction. Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high. Alright, let's see. That wasn't frozen earlier, was it? Am I losing it? Okay, well, we can't go that way. Oh, here we go. Whoa. You seek the Herald of Winter, and you shall soon know her. Hermil she is named, and in the elder days she served Morgoth freely. But the wheel of Sauron could not compel her, and he bade Karazgar imprison her. Sauron is defeated, and the Mordath shattered, but her jailer has escaped her wrath. To her frozen hordes, Hermil is the last remnant of the great enemy, and they serve her will alone. You beheld a vision of the Herald of Winter, Hermil Frostheart. These are really cool quests. Yeah, hi. Hi there. Oh my gosh. Oh, back this way, back to the tree. this is some quality stuff here. What I have shown you may not come to pass, but it will be the future that awaits you if you abandon this quest. So you better continue paying us money, or otherwise this will all happen. Oh no! There are things that remain beyond my sight in the frozen wastes of Morgoth. And so, you must remain vigilant. Remember well what you have seen, Andang. It is time you awoke. Wake now, Andang. Dang, that's some dream. Whoa, we create a shadow. The Green Lady Light Show. Everybody ready? Alright, here we go. Do you understand what awaits you? Hermil and the Weeping Warrior seek to ensnare. Being attacked here. Hey, told you we were about to complete that deed. Each seek to ensnare the other, and their battles shall span from the forest of the elves to the frozen wastes of the north. Those of the uttermost west have not turned their gaze from this realm, but my lord has bidden me to stay my hand in such matters of strife. Do not despair of what you have seen, Andang, for these servants of Morgoth and Sauron shall yet be defeated. May yet be defeated. Your fate is beyond my sight, but you have gained many allies in your adventures, and they have not forgotten you. So now a quick test. Name 5 of your friends. They will be in your 5. Are you in my 5? Alright, talk to King Thranduil, I'm guessing, in Felgoth, yeah. Okay, well let's go to Lake Town so we can go to Felgoth so we can talk to Thranduil faster. LOTRO logic. And just MMO logic in general, honestly. Here we go. And then Lake Town suddenly appears before you. That's the easiest 5 LOTRO points ever. Just take on 2 enemies. Alright, we obviously took on more before, but you get my drift. Alright. To Felgoth we must go. Thank you. Hey, GRM Adrian, thank you so much for the support.
Hi and hope you're well.
Yeah, man, doing great. How are you? Nice to have you here. I'm just waiting for news on that new MMO, you know? And enjoying LOTRO in the meantime. And the quests we're doing right now, good gravy. They are good. There are some really cool quests. Yeah, I agree, Axel. Oh my goodness. The Lay of Rust and Rhyme doesn't sound anywhere near as interesting as it turns out it is. Like, it just sounds like old poems about old metal. That's what the Lay of Rust and Rhyme sounds like. But turns out it's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, man. Alright, Thranduil. Or Thranduil. Or Thranduil. Let's talk. I thought Terrasani was lost evermore, Andang. Thranduil appears to gaze through you for a moment, and a subtle look of sorrow washes over his face. Terrasani once dwelt in peace within the Greenwood, but when Sauron came in the guise of the Necromancer, she vanished. I thought she had been banished by the Necromancer's evil, or returned to her lord's side in the uttermost west. And my searches for her, in the years that followed, all proved fruitless. I am gladdened by her return, but filled with sorrow at what might have been had she remained and stood against the evils of Mirkwood. Alas, that such things cannot be undone, even by her power. Thranduil pauses for a moment and remains silent. The dragon of which Terrasani spoke is not known to me, but Durin's folk run afoul of cold drakes in the days of their kingdom in Ered Mithrin. I shall send word to the king under the mountain at once. If we are to ensnare Karazgar, it would do well to learn more of his foe. For now, I shall have my scouts continue to seek Karazgar and his agents in Eren Laskalin. I shall send word once more if we discover any trace of them. Which one is it? This one? No. The innocent. Here we go. Andang, I have received an urgent missive from the Master of Lake Town regarding Karazgar. It seems the smugglers in league with Karazgar have succeeded in delivering their cargo to his agents in Esgaroth of old. If the cargo is similar to what you discovered, it will be filled with cold drakelings. I believe that Karazgar seeks more dragon bones in his misguided belief that they will bolster his strength or grant him some measure of sorcery. But none know the truth of this matter. I would ask that you travel to Esgaroth of old and put a stop to his agents. If Karazgar's agents have gathered the slain drakelings among the bones of Smaug, burn the remains before they fall into his hands. Once Esgaroth of old is free of his influence, I would ask that you return to Erebor. The king under the mountain is troubled greatly by what you learned of Hymil Frostheart in your vision, and wishes to speak with you. All right. Wow. Seriously, these quests, amazing. Return to home 2. Oh my goodness. Time to head south. But yeah, GR Adrian, if you saw the interview I did with the Turbine founder, Johnny Monzarant, let me know your thoughts, man. I'm interested what you thought of that interview, because I learned a lot of things, and I'm guessing you did as well. It seems like most people that watched the interview did. So let me know what your thoughts were on that interview. It was pretty crazy, some of the stuff he was saying. Really cool. All right. Let's continue to the bones. To the bones. Right. Whoa, it got deep. And we're fighting worms. Goodbye. Alright, whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Fighting smugglers. Karsgar's agents have gathered the remains of young cold drakes among the bones of Smaug. Jeez. Oh my gosh. This is quickly... Whoa, hello. I'm not here to fight you guys, I promise. I'm on your side in this case, I guess. Jeez. $18 remains to go. This might take a while. I mean, this is pretty ridiculous. Like, this goes back to, like, one of LOTRO's initial plots when they were trying to resurrect that dragon. It's a lot like that. It's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying it. I don't think I've ever heard that before. The plop of his body falling in the water. I don't think I've ever paid attention to that. That was very entertaining. I don't know why. Oh, see, she fell on land, so we didn't get to hear it. All right. Still no noise. Alright. We're headed out of the area. Okay. Here we go. I don't know why we didn't burn the giant drake over there, but sure. Apparently it's just drakelings he needs. Oh, come on, let's go. There we go. Alright, we're gonna pull these guys into the water so we can hopefully hear the plop. Nope, still no. There we go. Patrol Escroth of Old in search of the Weeping Warrior. Here we go. Oh, now we don't even have swim noises. Alright. Sometimes LOTRO is kind of weird like that. Just the silence of no noise. Don't have enough room for that. Yeah, we are getting kind of full here. A path of slain men lines the broken bridge to Esgaroth of old. Oh, well, I guess we weren't supposed to go up here yet. Okay. This is like the first thing we saw here. You discover a gravely wounded cold drake, gasping for what must be its final breaths. You are too late. My kin fly to the Herald's halls. You have stolen our children, hewn them with the blades of men, elves, and dwarves. She will send Vaethong to end you. Dang. There's about to be a war, and somehow we're going to get caught in it, I am sure. Still no idea what's going on with Nona, but I'm sure we'll find that out someday soon. Man, considering how much she did between the time that we left her and the time that we've seen her, there's gotta be so much going on now, my goodness. But who knows, maybe her life slowed down a bit. After the fear of death at battle went away. I don't know. It's an interesting thought. But yeah, I can't wait till we find out what in the world is going on with everybody. All the people that we've not talked to in years at this point, or soon will be years anyway. I guess it's really only been 6 months at most. That seemed loud, alright. Erebor. To Erebor. They're taking the dwarves to Erebor. To Erebor. To Erebor. Erebor. Alright. Here we go. Lydia, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Is this a new streaming time? I've never seen you stream on weeknights before. Yeah, I started doing it last week. And I've streamed on weeknights before, mostly with non-LOTRO though. So that's part of it. Moving forward, my schedule is about to change this next week actually. So this coming weekend for me, and for you I guess this time, it's not usually. This coming weekend I'll be off Saturday, so I might stream Saturday, we'll see, because that's my only day off. And then I will almost certainly be streaming on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays moving forward. Maybe not all those days every week, but those will be the potential stream days. And so Saturdays will probably start to really become my main streaming day. But yeah, I'm streaming on the weekdays for now, just because that's what my schedule allows. Hey, Captain Snake Eye, nice to have you here. What has happened, Andang? What has become of Karazgar and his plans? You explained to King Thorn III that Karazgar entered Eren seeking to corrupt the will of the powerful being known as the Green Lady. When he failed and sustained a potent wound at her hands, he was driven from Eren and is not yet returned. A vision of what... I'm reading this way too fast. This is a really long narration paragraph. A vision was shared with you, in which the Green Lady revealed that Vaethong, Wintermind, is merely the spawn of the Herald of Winter, Himril Frostheart. Meanwhile, Karazgar's agents returned to Esgaroth of old, and used the cold drakelings they smuggled through the Dale lands to deceive a lesser cold drake and draw the ire of the Herald of Winter to the north. Jeez, that was a long paragraph. Oh my. Lydia says, really enjoyed your LOTRO's content, especially the lore series. Yeah, the lore series is probably the best thing on this channel. Definitely the thing I'm most proud of. Another thing I'm proud of is the Adapting Tolkien chat I had with Ron Newcomb and the Tolkien Professor and several other people, including another channel that does Middle-earth lore type videos. That was pretty cool. Look up Adapting Tolkien. You might have to type in my name, Andang, just to get the right channel. But look that up. It was a really good Google Hangout that we had that we streamed. And there's also the interview I just did with the Turbine founder. That was amazing. Still can't believe I did that. There's a lot on this channel, actually. We did some Ask Anythings with some pretty cool LOTRO people. I was part of the Helm's Deep beta where all sorts of cool stuff went on there. Riders of Rohan beta as well, but I think I deleted those videos because they had music in them. But yeah, I've had so much fun on this channel over almost 7 years now. That was the retrospective portion of this video, I suppose. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on this channel. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, now that we're through that long paragraph, we get another one. King Thranduil. Whose voice is this? The dwarves. Dwarven, Russian dwarf. King Thranduil informed me that you had a troubling vision, Andang. So the Herald of Winter is not Verthang Wintermind, but the dragon matron who spawned him, named Hymril Frostheart. By Durin's beard, she is merely a fable among my folk. We of Durin's folk have never seen her in all the days of our people, and though I heard rumors that Sauron had imprisoned her, I thought them false. If he had such an ancient dragon under his command, would he not have sent her forth against his foes? If Hymril now sends Verthing to avenge her brood, I do not doubt Karazgar will try to capture him. He may be a coward, but he is a cunning dragon tamer, and I fear he will use Verthing to lure Hymril from whatever refuge she was found. To what end? I cannot say, for Hymril must possess a power greater than Karazgar. I must think on this matter, my friend. But the time for action shall come soon enough. Dang. I have thought long on what is to be done, Andang. If Hymril Frostheart soon sends Verthing and her hordes against us, we of Durin's folk shall not shy from battle. You see, Verthing Wintermind was known to us long before Smaug. He drove my forefathers from Tharak Gundu and left it a frozen ruin. Such a fate will not befall Erebor. We withstood the evils of Smaug and Bolg, and we shall withstand this. You have done many great deeds for Durin's folk, my friend, and here now is a task befitting such a warrior. I would ask that you travel to the lands of the north, and gather the resources of each of its peoples. We shall have need to share them, if the battle is to be won. Swiftly now, Andang. An ill wind blows. Alright. That's crazy. So there's all sorts of other videos that I'm proud about on this channel too. For example, we did what was called update talks at the time, where we reviewed updates to LOTRO, and I actually sat down with a casual stroll to Mordor, because that's where it started, was on a casual stroll to Mordor, where it'd just be like a special episode of the podcast, and we reviewed Riders of Rohan for like 2 hours. And seriously, at the time I was huge fanboy, like you know, they were like people that I very much so admired. And so to be on a podcast with them and have that be one of my first podcast experiences was so nerve-wracking. But eventually realized they're just people too, and you know, we worked together and did all sorts of things, and that eventually led to LOTRO Players, because you know, eventually a casual stroll to Mordor ended. And man, so thankful to American Golden Star for everything they did for me. Helped me become a better writer. Probably got me to change my major in college to be more in line with that type of thing. And I don't even know where I'm going. Collect piles of stone blocks in Erebor. Okay, we needed to go back, collect these stone blocks once again, wandering through Erebor. But yeah, without a casual stroll to Mordor, this channel probably wouldn't even exist. So, big thanks to them. That is a 2-goat cart right there. That's cool. I just assumed we were going to be off to the races, but apparently not. Another thing that's pretty cool is I did a talk with GRM Adrian, and did like 2 collaboration videos there. One of which where we're talking about the new MMO that's Lord of the Rings themed by Athlon Games, and another one where we just like hang out and ask each other questions and just have a lot of fun getting to know each other, kind of a thing. And there's some really good PvP videos with me and Thalros, me skirmishing with Pineleaf, where I have fun just messing with him. All the memories coming back. That's a dwarf, in case you didn't know. That's a dwarf. Logs can be found in the halls of Felagos. So it's in everybody's halls. There's all this garbage, essentially. So far, we're not finding any. There's a door. GM Adrian's how you found my channel? Awesome. Very cool. Here's a bunch of blocks of stone. After carefully collecting the pile of stone blocks, a nearby dwarf calls out to you. Do not trouble yourself with this task. He has asked you to return to him at once. Well, that's great. We don't have to do that work. That was easy. Cool. Such trickery does not befit me now that I am king under the mountain, Andang. You have always been eager to help those in need, but we have peoples enough to prepare our defenses and fill our stores, and they can handle such tasks. As for you, my friend, you have become something of an emissary to the peoples of the north. I would ask that you inform Queen Erna, Master Dragron, and King Thranduil of what we have learned. Our friendships must be held close in such times, and at least in regard to the coming battle, There will be no secrets between us. Tell them what you have learned of the Herald of Winter, and tell them that Verthang shall soon come to seek his misguided vengeance upon the peoples of the north. Urge them to do whatever they can to prepare for battle, and inform them that Erebor shall stand welcome to those who cannot fight into the safety of its halls. When you have done as I have asked, return to me at once. This is really cool. We are treated almost like equals among the upper echelon of Middle-earth, and that's a nice difference from the days of old. I like how the dwarf was like, I got people for that, you don't have to do that. Adventures, get them every time. That's great. Alright, let's swift travel to all these people. Come to think of it, we're just going to teleport. It takes too long to get out of Erebor. It really do. It really do. Why even speak English anymore? I'll just start making sounds and you guys can interpret them. I'll rely on YouTube subtitles to translate. Oh my lag. Here we go, Dagra.
Well met, friend.
It is my truest regret and sorrow that some of my people aided Karazgar in his plots. Perhaps now they will understand their folly, for we shall all suffer the consequences of their foolishness. They have drawn the ire of this Hirmil Frostheart to our lands, and now I fear that Lake Town will again bear the utmost grievous wounds at the hands of their offspring. Instead of flames, we shall be frozen along with the waters of the long lake. We cannot rebuild our homes and resettle our people on the lake every time a new foe comes to the north. Sooner or later, we shall run out of places to flee. I will offer what I can to the folk of Dale and Erebor. We have plentiful stores of water and food to be shared, but I am afraid I cannot spare a single warrior. All of this business has riddled the folk of Lake Town, and my guards are needed here to keep order. I am sorry I cannot offer more, Andang. We of the lake will prepare as best we can. Dang. To Dale we shall go. On our noble grey horse. Well, that's not the way I wanted to go. La da 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 da. Here we go. I wasn't lost. Oh my. Alright, let's go to... I guess it really doesn't matter since we're taking the stable travel. Let's go to Dale next.
How can I be of service?
By giving me a horse. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Alright. Hello, stable master.
For you.
Let's see. Why am I talking to you already? That was weird. Alright, well, apparently I just forgot what I was doing for a second. Let's talk to the person here in Dale. And I'll Also probably get lost once again here in this city. There's gotta be an easier way to get there, right? Like some way to remember. Yeah, I don't think you can get there from here, if I remember right. Yeah, we gotta go back. We took the wrong way again. For some reason, Dale's just hard for me to get my head around. I don't know why. Head up here. Over, and I think it's actually just up here. I think we were right to begin with. I honestly don't remember, as you can tell. Here we go. This has to be it, right? There we go. I guess there's multiple ways up here. We just don't know how to navigate. I think it'd actually be faster to travel to Lake Town again and go to Felgoth.
By water or by road, as they say.
So the Herald of Winter was not the cold drake in the rumor monger's tale, but a different cold drake named Hymil Frostheart. And now her spawn comes to set siege to the Dale lands. Erna lets out a wry, desperate chuckle. I shall have to have a word with King Thorin about this. I fail to see the difference between the rumors and our new circumstances. All of Karazgar's plots have come to pass. I care not that he is wounded and lost. He has turned Hymil's ire upon us, and we shall suffer her wrath in his stead. The young king shall face the same test as his namesake, but he is not ready to bear such a burden. Who can ever truly be ready to face such a challenge? What else can we do but prepare? I shall rally every able warrior of Dale and send my people to the safety of Erebor when the time comes. It seems the arrows must be knocked once more. Go on, Andang. There is much to be done and little time to speak. What if Thranduil sends their people to Lake Town, Lake Town sends their people to Dale, and the people of Dale send their people to Erebor, and then Erebor just stays there because they're dwarves and they don't go anywhere. But it'd be funny if they just all send their people along the line, and so everybody's defending everybody else. I don't know. I think that'd be funny. Alright, let's go to Lake Town because it's faster for me because I don't know my way out of Dale apparently. I don't know why there aren't two stables in Dale, one at each end, like there was in Bree in the good old days when we had plenty of stable masters. Back when they're like, it's too far for the player to travel the small distance among Bree. We've gotta give them two stable masters because it's just too much. Too much. And then you get to Minas Tirith and there's seven stable masters and you're like, still
Greetings.
not as much as there was in Bree per population. Just saying. Alright, to Felgoth we shall go. Here we go. Paxo, a light in the darkness. The Lonely Mountain Band. Alright, I don't know why we're mounting up out here when it's... I feel like we lost time there. Anyway, let's go inside. Talk to the Elf King. Well, la-dee-da. Here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting some new member badges, like a Hobbit door, the Triagon door, some other things. Have them be like the progressive tiers, like a horse for Rohan. I think that'd be good. Of course, the horse would be green. I knew well the cold drake that ravaged Erad Mithran Andang, but never have I known his name. Berthung Wintermind, so he is the hated spawn of Hermil Frostheart. Whether we are granted days, weeks, months, or hours to prepare remains unknown. But the king under the mountain speaks true. Verthung will come. We know little of Hirmir's forces, and what Verthung may bring to bear upon this realm. But it is clear from your vision that her hordes are not limited to dragonkind. There is no ill will between us and Devon's folk. But we have all battled and suffered greatly to repel the forces of the enemy. Terrible wounds are still borne by my kin, and I cannot muster such a force as the one that repelled the orcs and Easterlings before Erebor. I shall send the warriors and archers I can to defend this realm, but I fear it will take more than our combined armies to overcome such a foe. Let us hope it is enough. Alright, back to the dwarf man. I think we might finish this. I'm gonna have to look up where we are. But I think we might be able to finish this plotline tonight. We've been going through quite a few quests here. Hey, I don't even need to do that because I just realized we've got... I don't think it's in here. I think it's in here. Here we go, Rest and Rhyme. We're at 7 out of 16. Man, we're not even halfway. Here I was thinking we were doing so well. But there's just a lot of quests in this. Although, once we complete this by talking to the king, we will be halfway. Bakuza, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. It has been a long time. Man, absolutely. They say good to see you streaming regularly again. Yeah, good to be here. I do plan to hopefully,
What do you need?
hopefully, stream once a week at least. We will see. There are issues, you know, life happens. But ideally, that would be what we do. But yeah, it has been a long time. Okay. Into Erebor. To talk to this Thorin Oakenshield. Man, this story be awesome. They are watchers, not dwarves. And like I said earlier, keep them out of the water. I still think that joke's funny. Alright. How do you defeat the Watcher? Why, you send a bunch of Watchers. Dwarven Watchers. Here's a thought I just had. Why do you look at your watch? Wouldn't you watch your watch? They're always like, oh, you gotta look at your watch. I feel like it'd be watch your watch. I know that's kind of a Seinfeld joke, but feel like that's the way it would be. Like, you look at a clock, but you watch your watch. So it is done. Good. I will not allow Verthung to displace Durin's folk again, Andang. We of the North battled together in unfriendly times, and triumphed over Smaug, and the armies of Bolg. But this time, it shall be different. We shall lose. Durin's folk, the men of Dale, and the elves of Eren Naskalin, have no quarrels between them. There is no treasure to divide, no were-guild withheld in stubbornness, and no treachery between us. We shall unite against Verthang Wintermind, and so too we shall stand against Karazgar and Hirmil Frostheart. At last the dwarves of Durin's folk shall have our vengeance. Verthang will fall. It has been quiet of late, Andang, but it brings me no comfort. Verthang Wintermind will come. He may arrive this very day, on the morrow, or perhaps months shall pass before, at last, he reveals himself. For that reason, I have spent many nights in wakefulness, pondering the fate of Thrakil Gondu in the Grey Mountains. Is that the fate that shall fall Erebor? Will the folk of Dale and Eren Naskalin soon know all too well the cold that overtook us in the north? It does me no good to dwell on such thoughts, and indeed there are more pressing matters this day. This, the keeper of Raven Hill, and sister of Thorin Oakenshield, as you well know, sent me an urgent summons requesting my presence at Raven Hill. It is a strange request, I think. There is no ill will between the Ravens and Thorin's folk, but we have grown distant since the days of Roak, the Raven Chief. His descendants are not known to me, and I do not think any in this realm have seen a raven of his stock in many years. I would ask that you accompany me to Raven Hill, Andang, and if we have need to return swiftly to Erebor, we shall ride together. Let us depart for Raven Hill. I feel like that was foreshadowing, but you never know with LOTRO. Sometimes they throw things in there just to confuse you. We have arrived, Andang. Get off that goat. For many years, even by the reckoning of Durin's folk, this has been the keeper of Raven Hill. Had Philly, and Keely not met with their tragic fates, I do not know if she would have come to tend the peoples of Roak. Such questions are best left unanswered. This would not summon me without cause, and so I am curious to learn what matter could be so pressing, and perhaps of use to my kinsfolk upon the eve of battle. Shall we enter Raven Hill, friend? Come, Andang. Let us learn for what purpose this has summoned us. I have come, Dis. Why have you summoned me to Raven Hill? This seems unusually wary speaking in your presence, but gestures for you to approach. I did not expect to see you here, Andang. Am I understood you have some business with the king under the mountain this day? You explained to this that Erebor will soon be under siege by the great cold drake, Verthang Wintermind, and that you have served as something of an ambassador to King Thorin III. These tidings are known to me. You may remain, but do not interrupt. This is a matter between the king under the mountain and the ravens of the north. And now I shall answer your question, king under the mountain. At long last, one of the line of Kror and Roak has returned to Raven Hill. And now, you too have come. This reveals a wooden whistle, and its shrill call echoes through Raven Hill. Here we go.
Hail, king under the mountain! I am Arak, daughter of Kror, chief of my people.
I am Thorin Stonehelm, third of my name. Why now do you seek an audience with me?
Thorin! Curious. It has been many years since I dwelt in the shadow of the mountain. When I was not long from my egg, Roak was chief. He knew friendship from your people, and he had not forgotten the kings of old. I have not forgotten them either, hence the sentence I just spoke. The last king of your name left Roak in anger, and he dishonored the friendship between our peoples. This voice is changing. Though it may not be remembered thus among the folk of Durin, it is thus remembered to us. This is why I seek your audience. Shall you prove different, Thorin Stonehelm?
I cannot answer for the hurts of my forebearer brought upon you. I know only that your people lent us great aid in times of both peace and strife. Despite these unexpected tidings, you honor me with your summons, it seems. Now I seek your audience. An old foe of my people, a cold drake, shall soon come to Erebor. He was drawn hither by a man of unusual longevity, named Karazgar. I fear my people may not endure them both, and so I beg your aid. The keen eyes of your people may reveal secrets of great import. They may decide the fate of Durin's folk.
I would see the friendship between our peoples strengthened once more. If this you swear, I shall do as you bid.
I shall honor the old ways of Thorin and Kark. You will have the thanks of Durin's folk, and all that your people desire. Like a bigger house, this oath I swear.
Very well. Yet, I must know, who is your companion?
Arak hops in your direction, and looks at you curiously.
Now, who are you?
You introduce yourself, and tell Arak of the many adventures that led you to the north.
An interesting tale. It seems you have been an ally to many others before you.
come to serve the king under the mountain. Curious. If next I summon you, you will be wise to answer my call. Grah! You have made a promise, king under the mountain. I trust you spoke true. Arak loses a cry, and the ravens of Raven Hill fly forth. Dang. Not all of them, though. I have sent my people to spy upon your foe to the north. When they return, you will know as they know. I have spoken. These are good tidings, Andang. The ravens of the line of Roak, son of Kark, were of great wisdom, and I believe that Arak shall prove no different. Her ravens shall spy the hidden foes. And yeah, I know it's Arka. Arka! Her ravens shall spy the hidden foes and dangers of the north. And if all goes as I hope, we will learn precisely when Verthang intends to come to Erebor. We shall know the truth behind our sight, and be the better prepared for it. I don't know why I've been reading it wrong that whole time. And I know somebody posted in chat earlier that it was, not in this stream, but a previous one. Once I get a name in my head, it's hard to get it out. I must honor the promise I have made to Arka, and so I wish to return to Erebor. Let us go. It is time we return to Erebor, Andang. Was that dwarf there before? Rostir. Patience will serve us well, Andang. Arka possesses the wisdom of Roak. Of this I am certain. Her ravens are fewer in number, but their eyes remain keen in matters of spying. With their aid, we might sooner learn the truth of the visions you were granted. Why, this Vaethang is... Why, has Vaethang not yet come to Erebor? What does Karazar seek in Dol Guldur? And how has he traveled so many miles in so short a time? We have sent the ravens forth, and we must now wait upon the tidings of the return. I can't believe this was like a multi-week release. Like, no wonder there was so much content that I guess we missed out on at the time. It makes more sense why there are less updates to LOTRO when they have this long of a plotline just tacked on here. Not tacked on, that's a bad way of saying it, but, you know, added in here. Ha! It is good to see you have come, Andang. It is a difficult matter to trust in the truth of such strange visions. And though I do not doubt your character or resolve, I fear we have been misled. Vaethang has not flown from the Grey Mountains. Karazgar is wounded and lost, and it seems we have needlessly readied ourselves for a battle that will not come. We should enjoy such a peace while we can, and indeed, thoughts of terror cloud the minds of many in the north. The Green Lady you spoke of, the Elven the Elven Clean, once knew her, did he not? You know what? That's the new name for the Elven King, the Elven Clean. It's totally what dwarves would call him. Has she been a friend to the elves? Are her words true, or are they mere riddles? I ask that you seek an audience with King Thranduil, and hear his counsel. If there is no longer any need to fear, I would not have our peoples live as if the war were not ended. Dang, that's a good point. The Lady and the Mirror. What do you think, Gandalf? Oh, right. You're not. You're just waiting on a room. I forgot. He's waiting weeks for that room, man. Oldo, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Great character voices, thank you. Looked up from your paper and saw Dis. Amazing. I'm looking forward to getting to these quests. Yeah, Dis is awesome, right? So cool that they added that into LOTRO. A little bit of Dis and a little bit of that. Alright. You know what? I forgot. We got a port because it takes too long to get out of Erebor. Your hall's just too big, buddy. Just too big. The Hall of Winded Dwarves. That's what Erebor should be called.
Greetings.
Back to Felgoth. I really should have set one of these as not Mordor, I feel like, but we're so far into it now, it'd be kind of a waste of time, because we are someday going to go back to Mordor. When that expansion comes out. And watch, we'll get a free pass there, and then I will have saved that milestone for nothing. And feel quite foolish, I'm sure. Wait, how much XP? It's 5 million XP. Almost 6 million XP to get to 118. That's crazy. Considering I think level 1 is the race to 100 XP. And now we're getting it in the millions. Like, we just got 179,000 XP for that one quest. Which is, of course, over 9,000. Alright. That's a wood elf, in case you're wondering. You know what? We need to finally
Welcome, traveler.
sell some stuff, because we've not done that for some time now. You know, the wise people lock the ones they need and just hit sell all at that point, but I don't know, I like going through everything, making sure. It's a nice validation. Let's buy that back, go ahead and use it. There we go. And go back to selling. Don't need any of this stuff. It's literally not worth our time, I feel like, to press on those. It's much faster just to go through quests and get all the LIXP from those. So, let's see, first stage weapon stuff. We're going to sell that on the auction house later. Assuming we can. Bungorfians, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Yakuza says you can always use your Allegiance portal, then take the taxi to a dune foothold from there. Yeah, exactly. That is true. That's a good point, actually. I have been wasting it this whole time, I suppose. Oh well, let's actually use the critical defense. What else do we got? Vitality. Man, why are we not equipping that yet? I guess because the content's so easy, we don't really need to worry about it, huh? Let's see, 340. Let's go with the blue 340 instead. Let's put it on this. Okay, critical defense we'll put there. There we go. Alright, this is why you need to go through your stuff every now and then, just to figure out what you need to sell. Captain Snake Eye says, Andang face. How many more members do you need to change the monthly symbols? I actually don't need any more members. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I haven't had time. But I am planning to get to it soon. I'm thinking about doing like a Hobbit door as the first one. So that's your new member one, the Hobbit door. And then kind of go through Middle-earth in order somewhat. With new symbols, like one for Rivendell. Maybe an Andang, or not an Andang, an Elrond face as the symbol for... I don't know. We'll see. That'd be funny. You've been supporting Andang for 2 months. Here's an Elrond face. Not exactly the pride I'd want to instill in my members, I suppose. One thing I am thinking about, because I already let patrons do this, I'm thinking about, since you guys are also pretty much the same as patrons, just here on YouTube, I'm thinking about including the ability to vote on what game I'm going to be playing next, just like on Patreon, and also try to get you guys special, the special orange label on Discord. So there's still a bunch of stuff I want to do with membership. You're almost 30 days, 10 more days to go. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to change it before then. That's my deadline, is 10 days from now. Although probably what'll happen is I'll just change the new member one to the Hobbit door and keep the rest as rings, and then as we get more and more members, I'll, as members have supported for longer and longer, I'll gradually add in more as we go. But I don't think that that'd be exactly fair to you guys, because then you'd just have the ring the whole time. I don't know. Maybe you want that. I don't know. I've not been paying as close of attention as I probably should while I'm selling this off, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, we have to wait for that. I forgot. A whole bunch of LI stuff. That's great. One speed boost. Great. That there. Let's go ahead and move that there. Extra mount speed. Might as well go ahead and use those because we're not going to be taking advantage of that anytime soon. Alright. Let's go to the LI guys real quick.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
All. Identify. There we go. Relic combination. Deconstruct. All. Jeez. It's actually quite a bit because there's 7 there. Interesting. Let's make sure we still have LIs. Good, good. Good. Okay, So that's temporarily maxed out, but how many more can you get? No, I guess that's maxed. No, it's not. You can get 5 additional tiers. But you have to get all the special stuff, which we don't have. We're too lazy to do. Maybe with the next expansion, when that starts becoming closer, we'll think about doing that. Out of all that, we got 2 scrolls of renewal. Let's move that over there. And let's delete that thing. Yep. Okay. Well, let's go talk to King Thranduil. Hail, Andang. What tidings bring you from Erebor? You tell King Thranduil all the stuff we talked about previously, and King Thorn III has begun to question the visions granted to you by the Green Lady. Tarasani is one of the uttermost west, but neither her designs nor those of her lord are known to me. I can offer no counsel on such matters, but I know one who may. The Lady Galadriel of Lothlorien possesses a sight beyond all others, and she would know well if such a foe came unbidden to the old fortress of the enemy. Go to her court among the highest flets of Karas Galadhorn. She will have answers you seek, be they good or ill. So we should be able to just click this, right? Well, that's the Hall of the King. It's not the right one. Da 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 da. No, no, no. There we go. Okay, apparently we don't have that one. I think it's here, right? Here we go. So see, we can travel there. We can't travel here because we don't got it. Alright, well, I guess we get to go all the way back to Lothlorien. I think there's actually a travel from here, so it's not that bad. And I think if we really wanted to, we could go to a dune and then take a horse from there or something. I don't remember exactly. But this'll do. We'll get there eventually. Maybe. Potentially. We hope. Okay. Here we go. Into the wild blue yonder, as we say. Alright. That horse had antlers.
What do you need?
Well, great. I don't even know where I want to travel then. I mean, I guess there. We'll try there. If that doesn't get us anywhere, we'll go back and go to Lake Town or something.
What do you need?
I think if we go to Thingolad, that'll get us close. I don't really know, honestly. I know if we went to Rivendell, we'd be good. Man, with that increased draw distance, this place looks amazing, right? With all those fires out in the distance. Double door. Not where we want to go.
What do you need?
Okay, yeah, I was afraid of that. There. Hopefully this will be the way. They really need to switch to SWTOR's travel system where you just press where you want to go and it'll do all the traveling for you. I miss those days. I mean, yeah, you can do that with Mithril, but not with just normal coin like you could in SWTOR. Alright, hopefully this is what we're looking for.
How can I be of service?
Here we go. Here we go. That's a lot of Andang faces. Oh, that's great. You got my attention. Alright, I believe... I don't know, where is the actual... There's the House of Celeborn. I don't know where we actually want to go. I'm guessing the House of Celeborn? Love SWTOR? Nice. Yeah, I didn't play it as much as I would have wanted to. I just got pulled other directions. Well, I didn't play it when it was... I played it before it was free to play. And then never came back when it went free to play. I take that back. I did install it real quick, but then I was like, no. Too much LOTRO right now. Stuff going on in LOTRO. That's the problem. It's very hard to be involved in a bunch of different MMOs, at least with the amount of time I have. I hope we're going the right way. I honestly have no idea where the Court of Celeborn is. If you know in the chat, let me know. I think it's up there. Kusa says, think I put more time into SWTOR than LOTRO. I'm catching up there, I think. Okay. The skinniest path ever. I remember going up this so many times. Okay, we want to go this way. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Yeah, it feels like you're Ewoks or something. Alright, so it should be here, right? Right. Right. Whoa. I don't know if I've... It's been a long time since I've been up here. Okay, well, not where I wanted to go. Yeah, this isn't where I wanted to go. I wanted to go... Wasn't it here? Yeah, there. Okay, yeah, we need to take the blue road. Assuming that that's the way. I don't even know. This would be so much faster if we had done that allegiance quest. Oh, my. It might still be faster if we do the allegiance quest, I don't know. The Elven streams don't have their messages going 100 miles an hour, so you can actually read chat, right? Yeah, if I ever had fast chat like that, I think I'd just make it be... I don't know. If I was in, like, PewDiePie's situation, for example, I understand why he makes it members only. Because, man, that's the only way you can ever read that chat. Here we go. You have entered the court of Celeborn and should now speak to Lady Galadriel. Oh, hey, Thranduil. Nice to see you here again. Hail, Andang. I had heard you travelled far to the north, into the lands of the Bardings and Durin's folk. Was that not so? You tell Lady Galadriel that you adventured among the strongholds of the north, but in your search for the Weeping Warrior, your path became unclear. You encountered a powerful being of the uttermost west, known as the Green Lady, and she granted you 3 visions, one which suggested that the Weeping Warrior had returned to Dol Guldur. We will speak of the tale you told me, Andang, but first I must offer you this new knowledge. Dol Guldur is no longer named as such among my people. It is now named Dol Danin, or Hill of Ruin, in the common speech. The elves of Lorien have kept watch on the ruins of the tower, but its pits are laid bare, and no evil that passes beneath the trees is hidden to us. I do not doubt your words, but it would be nigh impossible for one of the Gerzil to pass unnoticed into Dol Danin. Yet you speak of one of the uttermost west who bid you return to Dol Danin. This I cannot so idly overlook. Let us descend to my garden, and there I shall command the mirror to reveal what it may of Dol Danin and Kavasgar. Here we go, the reliable mirror. Hello? Are we just gonna travel on our own? Okay, I guess we're just gonna go on our own. I don't want to go to Mordor. How do I get out of here? Are you kidding me? Here we go. I was like, we're not going back to Mordor. There's no way. Okay, Bakuza says, I've had a LOTRO account longer, nearly 9 years now, but it took a long time for the game to really pull me in. But SWTOR has been exactly what I was looking for at the time. Jump straight in. Yeah, I do have to say, the start of LOTRO is, it takes a long time to get into it. I really feel like they should totally revamp the beginning. And I don't even know how you do it, honestly. It's so integral to the story, it makes it hard. Like, the start of the Hobbit story, great. Love that. It's really nice. You get a good experience of what the Hobbits are like. It's great. The Bree story, not as good. The Elf story is pretty good. Dwarf story is pretty good. But yeah, I feel like the Man Bree story needs to be improved. And they need to revamp the Lone Lands like 6 more times. They've already revamped the Lone Lands twice, and it's still not good, in my opinion. The Lone Lands is almost certainly my least favorite zone. Like, I'm trying to think of what would be worse. I didn't like Central Gondor. And I didn't like Adune. But because it's so early in the game, I feel like the Lone Lands is maybe the worst zone. Yep, Lone Lands, because you guys asked what's my least favorite zone earlier. Lady Galadriel appears before you by the mirror, out of nowhere. Do you wish to know what I have seen? I commanded the mirror to reveal the pits of Dol Danin, and I beheld only ruin. It showed beasts scavenging in the wreckage of the tower, and orcs lost in darkness, but I saw naught of the one named Karazgar. You have come seeking my counsel, but I do not give counsel. The mirror has shown me what I commanded, but have I seen things as they truly are? One of the uttermost west would not grant such a vision without cause, and you have traveled far in search of this man. You will not go to Dol Danin alone, Andang. We shall return to that place together. Oh man. The Star of LOTRO is so repetitive, yeah. It was more the setting, TBH. I'd gone off fantasy for the most part. The clungy engine and wonky animations didn't help much. Okay. I have gathered a small company to lead us to Dol Danin, Andang. It is there you can seek the weeping warrior Karazgar. Lord Celeborn, King Thranduil, and I will guide you to the ruined hill. Sigilith has asked to accompany us on this journey as well, and I would not deny her this. Dang, she's going back? Let us hope that whatever remains of the legacy of the Necromancer in Dol Guldur will be at last ended this day. We shall depart when you are prepared. Here we go. Dang. I knew we couldn't just leave this place. Dol Guldur is too important. They've improved the animations in LOTRO a lot since I first started playing, though. Yeah, they definitely have. They definitely have those higher quality animations, especially if you check the box thing. Much better. We have come to Dol Danin, and it is as lifeless as the vision the mirror revealed to me. But I would not have you search the ruins atop the hill. Sigilith told me of the hidden chambers of Gostador, beneath the tower where she dwelt after the battle against Mazog, and where Sauron regained his strength in the guise of the Necromancer. It is there you must go. It is unlikely that the original passage into Gostador remains intact, so you will have to find another way into the pits of Dol Danin. We shall remain on guard here, and I shall send Sigilith to aid you, if you do not soon return. So yeah, all you guys come, but be cowards and stay behind, sure. Because clearly you need 4 people to stay behind and just 1 guy to go in. Elves. Alright. We'll go inside. We'll find the entrance ourselves. Do everything ourselves. Forget all of you. We're doing this on our own. This story is way longer than I ever thought it would be. We've done 10 of 16. So yeah, I don't see any way we won't be streaming again tomorrow unless these last quests are like super quick. I guess they're not hostile. I forgot about that. Alright. That's cool. That's a swarming rat. I really like the pink sky with all the smoke there. That's pretty cool. You'd think this far in, though, the fires would have died down. But maybe they're elemental. Who knows? You've discovered a weathered trapdoor leading down into Gastador. Hello. This looks promising. Whispers in the pits? Clearly it's just about Karazgar's armpits talking to him, I'm sure. The pits, as he calls them. I must consult the pits. What do you think?
How'd this man get down here? If there's a way in, there's a way out.
What a wise orc. Too bad he's dead. Alright. Jeez. These orcs are just waiting to die down here? Oh my gosh. I guess we don't have to fight them, huh? Some of them we do. Very interesting.
Better than waiting to die down here.
Good point, good point. We were here before, weren't we? As you approach the throne of the Necromancer, a vision comes over you. None of the emissaries I sent to the mountain have returned alive. Devoured, burned by dragon fire. Have I misjudged your worth, Karazgar? You have never misjudged any who serve you, Lord Sauron. By my hand, Thorsteer Finger and the hated Hearmill are imprisoned in Mordor. The dragon Smaug, deceived by my plan, and brought his wrath upon the dwarves. I have done as you wished. No. Smaug the Golden does not serve me. Sloth and greed are his masters. What would you have me do, my lord? I shall send no more emissaries. You will go to the mountain this time, Karazgar. Dang. Okay. We're just gonna look at this axe here. Shadowy impressions from the past unfold before your sight. You have come unbidden, Karazgar. I have traveled to the mountain and delivered your demands to the dragon Smaug. And you have returned? Yes, my lord. 3 tokens I bore to the mountain. The scales of the hated ringdrake's skull of Thrain. And when he thought not of those, I laid before him the twin of the axe I used to raise his ire against the dwarves. Though he labored to conceal it, his fear betrayed him. And this proves him a worthy servant to me. I offered him a choice, Lord Sauron. I will return to the mountain in 50 years to hear his answer. This time he will serve willingly. 50 years, Karazgar. No longer. Why are they talking like that? Yeah, 50 years is fine, but a day longer, that'll be too late. As you can see on my schedule of the downfall of Middle-earth, here's my plan. And if you wait too long, I'll just take over it all myself, buddy. Shadowy impressions from the past unfold before your sight. The Grey Fool has come. He knows now the truth of the Necromancer, but it matters not. His staff is lost, and his counsel shall come too late. But they will come, and I will abandon Dol Guldur. The Nazgul have long prepared for my return to Mordor. Barad-dûr shall rise from its ruins, and my servants will gather beneath it. But for you, loyal Gerzil, I have another task. What would you ask of me, my lord? The time shall soon come to hear the answer of Smaug the Golden. Order him to Mordor. If he does not obey, destroy him. When the last survivors of the desolation are slain, these lands shall be yours. You are generous and wise, Lord Sauron. I will not fail you. So dang, he was promised everything. As the shadowy impressions fade, you hear a familiar voice calling out for you. Andang. What has happened, Andang? Did Karazgar escape by some secret path? You explained to Sigluth that shadowy impressions revealed much of the history of Karazgar and Sauron in Dol Guldur. After the impressions were interrupted, when you first came to Gostador and discovered Sigluth, you were meant to return and witness the last remnants of the Necromancer's evil lingering within the Room of Voices. I am not certain I understand, but I believe your words. Karazgar is an elusive foe, but it seems something of his mind was revealed to you. Let us hope there is an advantage to be gained from it. The orcs that remain here have grown hungry and wild. If you have found what you sought, we should leave this place. Are you ready? Let us climb from this ruin and leave this place evermore. I still love that character. She's gone like full Dark Hawkeye timeline, and it's pretty awesome. What did you find in the pits of Duldan and Andang? You tell the Lady Galadriel that the lingering evils in the Room of Voices revealed Karazgar's intentions to subjugate dragons and to drive out the peoples of the north, that he might rule it himself, for however long his life may last, deprived of Sauron's power. It seems you were guided to this place by the hand of the uttermost west, and even if he did not return, as I suspected, something of Karazgar remained here, and it was meant that you should discover it. I have spoken to King Thranduil, and we are in agreement. You would do well to return to the lands of the north at once. The king under the mountain must be told of what has happened, and he must prepare his people for what is to come. Be swift, Andang. Ah, well, thanks for the speedy horse here. Wait. Yeah, there is a horse to the ruins of Dol Guldur. Interesting. Still love the view of the forest. Just endless forest. I love how open the game is now, where you can just travel off in directions. I wish it was much more open, of course, but sadly it's not meant to be. Alright, let's talk. Erebor, of course. Of course.
But of course.
Okay, let's go. Loot all that. This and that. Alright. Love those doors. I probably said that before, but seriously, they're cool. Whispers in the pits. I still like the personification of Karazgar's pits. Not only does he cry rust, he's got armpits that talk. It's crazy. An interesting individual. Alright. Let's see here. Is that worn off? No, not even close. Got another hour. Cool. I think what we might do is have this be the last, so then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left for later. So if each of these was like half an hour, that would be just about right. And they probably won't be, but still pretty good. Hail, Andang. You have been gone for some time. Tell me, what have you learned? You tell King Thorn of your adventures in Karas Galadorn and Dol Danan, and also tell him that that's the name of the new place. You also explain that your vision bore fruit, and that while Karazgar may still be among the peoples of the north, his intentions and purpose have been made clear. You also urge King Thorn III to consider the Lady of the Wood's warning, and prepare Durin's folk for battle against Vorthung Wintermind. I see. I had wished it untrue, but it seems Vorthung is fated to come to Erebor. We cannot know when he shall strike, but for now, we must remain on guard. Man, they should have called for aid from Galadriel. That would have been smart. I'd be surprised if Thranduil doesn't call for aid from Galadriel. Just saying. I shall send word to the Queen the Regent and the Elven King, and we shall soon speak on what is to be done. I am glad you have returned, Andang. I have received word from this, that Arka. I have received word from this that Arka's ravens have begun to return to Raven Hill, and I would like to know what they have learned concerning the plots of Karazgar and Vathong Wintermind. Alas, these are matters I must attend to here. There are matters I must attend to here in Erebor, or I would make the journey myself. What could you possibly have to do here? Just saying. Will you go to Raven Hill and seek the counsel of Arka on my behalf? I trust you will recount every detail to me upon your return. Here we go. Gandalf still being ignored. Akuza says, time to get ready for work, unfortunately. Thanks for the stream, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Alright, yeah, I will be streaming again tomorrow. Probably earlier in the day. Maybe the evening, we'll see. But it'll probably at least be a little bit earlier at night. Or in the morning, I guess, for you. But yeah, should be a lot of fun. To Mordor. Why we keep a rider to Mordor here, I know not. But thus is the ways of the king under the mountain. I think it'd probably technically be faster to port to Lake Town and then travel via horse over here. Alright, we're gonna go to Ravenhill, and then I think that'll be the end. I don't know. Who knows? We might keep playing the whole night, but I'm in the mood to go to Ravenhill tonight, so that is what we shall do. Mount up! Townsperson, not even a dwarf, man. If you're known among the dwarves as townsperson, jeez. By the way, there's a video. Let me look up what I have to search for it, because it's pretty amazing. Let's see here. Townsperson LOTRO? No. Tale of Townsperson LOTRO? No, that's not it. The story of townsperson. LOTRO story. I don't know. There's a funny skit video that's just about a guy named Townsperson, and it's hilarious. But I can't find it. Maybe it's Townsfolk. Townsfolk LOTRO. Here we go. The Legend of Townsfolk. So what you got to find it, you just search Townsfolk LOTRO. And it's called The Legend of Townsfolk. Highly recommend everybody watches it. It's amazing. One of the best videos ever made for LOTRO. Maybe not that far, but it is a pretty good video. You should check it out. The narration is worth it alone. Definitely have to listen to the audio to get the point of it, but it is pretty freaking good. Alright. Make our way on up to Raven Hill here. Once more. And there is Erebor. See, I don't know what happened. I had screenshots of the Lonely Mountain that I was going to use for my the stream I called The Lonely Mountain. I think it was part 29. Don't know what happened to those screenshots, but they are not in my folder anymore, so I guess they never took. Kinda weird. But yeah, I do have to say, they're keeping my attention here. I'm not upset that we're returning to places again and again. Ah!
Ah, Andang! I did not expect to see you this day, but it has proven to be one of many curiosities. I called my people to return to the hill, but 4 have not yet returned from their spying. One among them flew the furthest abroad, but the other 3 did not have such a journey ahead or behind them. We are fewer in number, still, than we were in the days of the last king to bear Thorin's name, and I grow concerned on their behalf. Perhaps they did not hear my call, or perhaps they were discovered by unfriendly eyes. One flew into the forest that was Mirkwood, another to the Iron Hills, and another among the Dale lands. If King Thorin seeks the sight and wisdom of the Serb ravens, you must do this. Seek out my people, and send them to the hill. It is then you shall learn what you seek.
This has a quest now. Just a repeatable. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's get to the first Raven. I feel like we're doing the civilization just one more turn. Just one more turn, then we're gonna go. We just have to take on Alexander here, and then we're fine. He was supposed to have been defeated a few thousand years ago. We're fighting Alexander with tanks. It's cool. Alright, almost there. It's interesting that they did things like, I forget what the other one was, but they have us like almost go places, like the Iron Hills, for example. It's interesting that before those zones were available, they're like, we're going there. And now we're just running into rocks, okay. I see how it is, game. How do we get... Lag. I was gonna say how do we get across there, but I forgot. It was way over here. I mean, I forgot the Easterlings were this close to Dale. That was a long time ago that we quested through there. Oh, I bet that's the path. Right? This has to be it. That's pretty cool. But we must go up further. Interesting. I wonder if we actually need to go all the way around then. Yeah, I guess we did, because it looks like it's on the rocks here. That's pretty cool. Don't crash. Thank you. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's talk, buddy. Appearing to understand, the Raven flies off towards Raven Hill. That's cool. That's really cool. Beautiful. Alright, I think I see a shortcut. We have to go way down anyway. Well, forget the shortcut then, since we have to go that far. Let's go ahead and go to the second one. We might go to the third one as well, just as the end of the stream. That way we can start off the next stream not going all over the place. Have a bit more interesting start next time. And then we'd only have 4 quests, so we'd definitely be able to finish next time. barring some crazy dwarf in a barrel. That's the reward. That's awesome. There's definitely not a dwarf hiding in this barrel. That's one housing item I gotta put in. There's featured on the stream with Court of the Rings. It is super cool. Here we go. Not that way. Whoa. Let's go around Dale. I haven't really done that much. Moose. Dale is pretty big. You don't realize it when you're inside it. No wonder we get lost in there. Nope, hello. Silly wolf. Go away, wolf. Go away. Just over this bridge and we'll be almost there. I bet it's on top of that thing. Alright, let's dismount off that. And then the wind kicked in. Alright, well it's not this way. Feel like we're going up Weathertop. Which way is the right way? Not that way. Oh, hello. Scrap of an old tome. Text appears to be gibberish. Okay, let's loot that. Three. Oh, is this the secret thing that they had? I don't know. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, we still don't know how to get up there. Guess we gotta go around the back. Yvonne says, oh no, seems to have stopped. Everything's still going on my end. Let me check. By loading up the stream here. It's still loading on my end. I don't know. No, we don't want to do that. Oh, and here's where we got that great view of Lake Town. Okay. Cool. I'm remembering now. Remember. There we go. Raven flies towards Raven Hill. Cool. Yeah, don't want to fall that far, I don't think. Here we go. Okay, so it's definitely faster to go to Lake Town. And then from Lake Town, we probably want to go to Felgoth. So let's do that. Okay. Talk to the
Greetings.
stable master. And go to Felgoth. There we go. All the butterflies. Show me a butterfly and I'll show you an eagle. That's gotta be a Gandalf quote, right? At least in Peter Jackson world. He's gotta be known as Mothman or something like that. I am over here in Harad, I'm known as Mothman. Don't ask why. Okay, let's go off the path, because that works so well for everybody. And somehow make it back onto the path, and then go off again to go find where this is. Very slowly, we will make our way to where we need to go. Almost to the final raven. That's a bear. I was like, that raven looks a little big. Do we have to go up there? Alright. Here we go, once again, up to this thing. Ugh. Lag, 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 lag. You know what? We're getting back on our old trusted horse. To do this the good old-fashioned way. How do you get up there? It's gotta be up there, right? I don't know if we've been up here. If we did, we didn't come from this way. I don't remember this part of Mirkwood at all. Yeah, I definitely don't remember this. But we didn't get like a deed completion there, so I'm guessing we've seen it. Wow, you can see the Long Lake and the hills on the other side from here. You can basically see to the Iron Hills from here. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. And then the other way, nothing. But still, that is cool. Okay. Let's talk. And now we get to go back to Rivendell. "24 seconds remaining on this cooldown. Here we go." Man, we have not gotten much progress into 118 since the last few minutes here. But we will. That sounded more evil than I wanted. Or creepy than I wanted, I suppose you could say. One teleport. Rob, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. They say, hey Andang, you're up late. First time I've caught a live stream in many moons. Keep up the good work, man. Yeah, thank you so much. Yep, we're getting ready to end this thing, but we'll see here. I could be persuaded to keep going if you want me to. We'll see.
What can I do for you?
Take me to Erebor. Old creepy lady. She has gray hair, I'm assuming. That's when Gandalf's like, ah, but assumptions are bad, Andang. A wizard never assumes. They think the correct thought precisely when they mean to. Must have pushed pause? Okay. Yeah, if you hit spacebar in the browser, that might have done it. That is possible, but as far as I know, I've been streaming just fine here. I could be wrong, Yvonne. But everything I'm seeing tells me that we're still doing just fine. I love that you can see the ravens from here. That's one thing the new MMO has to have, is that draw distance. And keeping that draw distance in mind and designing the landscape with that in mind. That would be amazing.
Ah! 3 of my people were lost, and 3 are now found. If you would hear my counsel, you may now seek the 4th. I sent him to spy upon the Grey Mountains, and it will be his account that determines the cause of the folk of Durin.
The course.
You should begin to search on the slopes of Erebor. If some trouble has befallen him, he will have flown there. Rah!
Alright. I may be having either too much or too little fun with Arca. Okay, where'd they say? Upon the Grey Mountains. Way up there. How do we get up there? I'm guessing by the looks of the map that there is a path up this way. Presumably around these rocks. Oh, that is an enemy. Here we go. Time to run up there. If I had a green screen. Oh man, if I had a green screen.
Blah! Nevermore.
You're welcome, Rob. You're welcome. Okay, I'm guessing this way. Okay, we're getting to a point where we need to not be on a war steed anymore. I don't want to fall off the Grey Mountains into a stone giant or something. Alright. Here we go. Yep, there you go, Rob. Oh man, it must be after midnight. Oh dang. A lone raven lies wounded upon the western slopes of Erebor. Well, if I have to voice a sick raven... To your relief, you don't have to voice the sick raven. It appears the raven was only left stunned by a recent encounter with a foe, but escaped before a more serious wound could be inflicted. As you move to aid the raven, it lets out a bubbling croak in fear. Oh, jang! Drakes of the enemy here. Rah! Having regained its strength, the raven flies for Raven Hill, just fine, as if nothing had happened. You think the raven was faking its injuries and could have fought the foes on its own. No, but seriously, that's pretty amazing. Oh, hey. A treasure cache we apparently already got. Well, that's cool. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make our way back. This will be the last quest tonight, I think. But we'll go ahead and make our way back. That way we'll just have 4 left to go on that last stream. It'll be a nice shorter stream for the final episode. It'll be quite nice. And yeah, I might do it tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. I haven't decided yet. We'll just kind of play it by ear. And of course I'll tweet it out and do all that stuff as usual. If you have a particular time you'd like me to stream, be sure to let me know in the comments. Preferably all answers in Eastern Time, US, server time if you will. Okay. Make our way back down to Raven Hill. That was pretty cool. I liked going to all like the highest points in the zone. I think that was a nice exploratory quest. I enjoyed it. It's too beautiful of a place with high peaks and valleys to not have a quest like that. That's one thing I wish is that LOTRO would reward exploration like they do in Guild Wars 2. Because man, what better place to reward exploration than Tolkien? Like seriously. I don't know if this is the way up or not, but hey, we found a treasure cache. That's worth it, I guess. Oh gosh. That wolf came out of nowhere. There lies all that is left of Dale, said Balin. Oh, can't get on there. Okay. There's just a bunny on a bear. Not sure what that means. Okay, well, let's not lose our character forever. Let's go back to the real world here. Rob says, you've done an excellent job of showing off the scenery in this region. I barely explored it myself, still in Mordor. Okay. Stefan, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. How nice of whomever to leave caches of treasure around, right? Right. I bet it was Smaug. He's like, before I die, I must leave treasure caches so I may be remembered forever.
Ah! You have done well to rescue my people, Andang. But now I ask you hear my counsel. I shall tell what I have learned, and you would be wise to listen. There are strange faces come to the Iron Hills, alike yet different. I do not think they shall play a role in these dealings, but that remains to be seen. Karazgar moves silently under the eaves of the forest that was Mirkwood, but he has not traveled far. Whatever wound he once bore no longer burdens him. The cold drake named Vaethong has stirred in the old halls of the great folk of Durin. The gates of the steel keep are open, and a bitter cold has swept over the grey mountains. He shall soon fly for Erebor, and it is then Durin's folk shall be tested. The mountain is wide enough to shelter all, but there must remain those who will take up arms. The wisdom of King Thorin and those he trusts must now decide your course. I have spoken! Rah!
Alright, Roark has spoken. It's now time to talk to King Thorin, the third of Erebor. Okay. Here we go. On another adventure. But man, if I didn't stream, we would have taken so long to complete this. Because what, we got last weekend 3 sets of 3, so that's at least like 4 or 5 episodes minimum. And then probably more than that actually. Because I streamed a lot one day. Yeah, what am I saying? That's 3 episodes per stream, so that's 9 episodes at least, probably 10. Plus 4 more. Plus 3 more. It's like 17 more episodes. And by the end of this, probably like 20. So instead of being on like episode 30, we would have been on episode 50 plus. That's kind of crazy. Just how big this update is. I never noticed that before. I need to ride looking up and backwards more often.
Thanks for
Alito.
the stream. Love seeing the regions you've traveled.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alito. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay. Let's keep our looking backwards. There's a dwarf, in case you're wondering. All the dwarves up there too. Alright, Thorn. It has been quite some time once again, Andang. What tidings do you bring? What did Arka's ravens discover? You recount Arka's telling of what her people spied in Eren Laskalin, Dale, the Iron Hills, and the Grey Mountains. You warn King Thorin that Volthung Wintermine prepares to fly from the Steel Keep in the Grey Mountains, and that Karazgar still plots some evil from the shadows of Eren Laskalin. Arka is one of the great ravens, and so I do not doubt her wisdom. Vaethung will soon come to Erebor, and I shall make certain that the other folk of this realm are protected from his wrath. Many preparations next week. Well met, Andang. I awaited your return, and I am pleased you have come. I have sent word to the leaders of the North, and I informed them that you would aid them in preparing for the coming battle against Vaethung Wintermind. Before you ask, I am not playing a trick on you this time. When Vaethung's coming to still remained in doubt, I was not of such a mind, but no longer. Each of our peoples will prepare in their own special way, but I would send you to aid them. It may be an old foe of Durin's folk that comes to the north, but the world is changed, and we have more now to consider than our own delvings. Aid the peoples of Dale and Laketown, and assist the elves of Felgoth. King Thranduil offers his finest archers in the defense of Erebor, and I would thank him for it. Be swift, friend. We must be prepared for when Vaethung comes to Erebor. Alright. Talk to the Queen and aid the people of Dale. Well, I think that this is the perfect place to stop. We've been going for 3 hours here. A 3-hour tour. And yes, we only have 4 quests left, one of which we have already started in this really long quest line, The Lay of Rust and Rhyme. I've really enjoyed my time going through here in Erebor and this quest line. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And yeah, I love the landscape here, love the quests. This plotline has really made this whole update be much better. Mirkwood, I did not like. I feel like that they should have done more with it. Something more similar to what they had with the entire southern Mirkwood. Where southern Mirkwood was much more interesting. Northern Mirkwood's like nothing. But I guess they were kind of limited by the books. But still, they could have done more somehow. So, anyway, I will be streaming again tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, but maybe in the evening. We'll have to wait and see. But of course, that is not till next time. I'll also try to get some of the member banners to change next time. But we'll have to wait and see for that. And once again, thank you all so much for watching. A big thanks to GRM Adrian for supporting the channel through a tip in the tip jar. And also a big thanks to Olito for supporting the channel through a tip in the tip jar. Really do appreciate both of your guys' support. Thank you so much. And yeah, just love Erebor and the Lonely Mountain and the whole plotline going on here. So anyway, let's back up a little bit just for the nice final little shot here. Anyway, till next time, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for more of LOTRO. Take care everybody, and have a great